What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Dan here. I'd like to welcome you guys back to yet another IndieBox unboxing. This is for the month of June. As I mentioned in the last IndieBox, because these guys are a smaller company, they don't actually end up shipping things out till like right at the end of the month of. So this thing only started getting shipped out, started at like the last 3 days of June, excuse me. So which is why I'm receiving this so late. I literally picked this up from the post office yesterday, or as you guys are watching this, I guess it would have been 2 days ago. But either way, we're ready to jump in and check out what another indie game we have in store that's been collector's editionized. Okay, we'll just call it that. So anyway, let's crack it open. So obviously, pulling this first thing out, the game of June 2017 is Holo Night. So we're gonna have to see how this is. I've actually never heard of this game. Most of them actually, well, so far I haven't heard of any of the games that have come out, but it's cool to get like kind of a, you know, an idea about it. Whoops. As we pull it out. So in the typical IndieBox style there, I'll give you guys a little angle so there's no glare. Descend into the dark. That looks like a pretty cool style. Team Cherry is on this one, developing this one. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the wrapping for the month of June. Let's see what we got here. Crack open the box. All right, so in typical fashion, oh, this box actually came open a little bit. Well, this one's a little bit different. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the game first, just to kind of give us an idea here. The box is fine. I just wanted to make sure it just didn't close right. So there's the game there for Holo Night. I like the art style of this. I don't know too much about it, but I'm sure we can read about it right now. Descend into the dark. Forge your own path in Holo Night, an epic action adventure through a vast ruined kingdom of insects and heroes. Explore twisting caverns, battle tainted creatures, and befriend bizarre bugs, all in a classic hand-drawn 2D style. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna open this thing up and see what we got. Don't think it comes with a soundtrack. Oh wait, yes it does. Each one does. That was one of the casualties. This is my actual game disc rather, and the soundtrack is on the bottom. So typically, is there anything underneath? There is. So I'm gonna do what we do, pull the discs out, pull the game book out, and kind of do my best to show you guys if you can see at the back of that. Actually, I'll just take the sleeve right out and take a look at it myself. So if you wanted to flip it around and roll with that, you totally could. Like just give yourselves a little scene of what's coming. So that's beautiful. I'm gonna pop this back underneath. Bear with me here. Excellent. So we're gonna go ahead and slide these things back in. So of course you have the official soundtrack disc. It's crazy how like they've actually managed to give you guys like, I just can't. It's just funny because most collector's editions, they don't even give you a soundtrack. Some do, some don't. But the fact that they give you like a physical disc for the soundtrack is really, really cool for each game that they have. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of just take a peek at the instruction manual here. This is so nice. I really love what they do. It's a bit of forward from the development studio, how to play, you know, basic stuff, all in color, by the way, all in full-blown color. I remember when that was still a thing, all game books were in color, and then they just went black and white, and they were like half a page long. And then a lot of game books didn't even tell you, like they're just like, you open the book and it's like, go to this website for the full game manual. What if you don't have access to the internet, an internet connection at that particular time? Obviously, most people could probably just figure it out, but still, it's nice having the actual physical thing printed out properly. It was a really cool thing to have. Obviously, you save on money by printing it that way or just having it digitally, but it's really nice. It's a nice addition, so that's pretty cool there. I'm gonna go ahead and slip this back in, give you guys a little something to kind of look at while we're sitting there. Excellent. All right, so I'm gonna pull out, that's the game disc and of course the IndieBox selection thing there. And I am going to go ahead and pull this out. It looks like a poster, judging from the shape and everything of it. It's not a very big one, but it is actually, it's a map of Holo Nest, so the areas that you're playing as. You know, this kind of reminds me of a few different kind of places as well. What was that one game we played? It was based on, like you played as a little submarine. I can't recall what it was called anymore. But it's similar kind of map style. I'll give you guys a peek. Oops, I knocked down some stuff there. But it gives you an entire map. So if you're in the game, you want to like check it out this way, this is an option. So making your lives easier. Kind of like a Grand Theft Auto kind of a map. Not really. Do people use the GTA maps? I'm sure a lot of people do, but I remember back in the day, that's what I used to do. What I actually used to do back in GTA, I know this has nothing to do with this game, but I would take the map out, and whenever I found a collectible, I would actually tick it. You know what I mean? I'd find a little spot with like a pencil and I just go, I got that one, and eventually I counted them all. I'd put 1, then 2, then 3, you know what I mean? That way I know which one's which. So little map of the area as well. And finally, oh wait, sorry, don't want to jump the gun, almost jumped the gun. Here is the IndieBox custom sticker for Holo Night. As you can see, the Holo Night like logo thing is kind of in the O. They always try to stylize it with, and I think that's really, really cool. So we're gonna lean that against the case there so you guys can get a peek. And finally, the last bit is the main collector's editions stuff here. Since I don't know the game, I don't exactly know who this is, but we'll read about it in the booklet. We have ourselves like a little plushie. We get a lot of these puppies. So I'll just, oh, that's just the case. All right, we're good. So I'm gonna put this back in, and actually I'm gonna seal this up so you guys can get a little look at the game case there. Bam. So it's a grub. It's a Holo Night grub. I don't know if it's an enemy or if it's one of your, you know, companions that comes with you or something. I don't know, but he's little soft, little beanie on the bottom. So this part is all made like got the bean stuff, kind of like a tie would have, a tie beanie baby. But yeah, there you go. That's this guy here. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure he might fall. So there we go. He's sitting on his own. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the booklet and see what everything actually is in here. So what is inside June's IndieBox? Collector's edition box, of course, the standard edition case with an IndieBox sticker, instruction manual inside with the installation disc and the soundtrack of the game, and then finally a grub plush. So I don't know, it could be, we can read a bit more. So let's go ahead and read into this here. The Holo Night Standard Edition case contains a DRM-free installation disc, official soundtrack, full color instruction manual, and a Holo Night themed IndieBox sticker depicting the stoic knight who has battled his way into the depths of our hearts. And finally, the grub. This helpless grub plush was rescued from the depths and rehabilitated for life above the surface. The grub father may want to have a word with you once he hears you've found one of his oddly cute children. That's funny. So that is that. Thank you for your support. You're welcome. So IndieBox for June featuring Holo Night. Some pretty cool items. Not as nice as the other. Some of the other stuff were bigger. This is just a little itty bitty plushie, but I always like physical copies of games. I think it's really nice. It's kind of like a collection. You know, if you're a bit of a collector, these are always nice. And it's nice because it's always your game. You know what I mean? Like, you get all these digital games. That's fine. But what if the company decides to say, you don't own that game anymore, and they just retract it? So there's no way of getting your already paid for game back. That's the downside with digital copies. Those are always kind of a sketchy kind of a thing. So I hope that's why I say it's always nice to have something cool like this, because you never know. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the IndieBox unboxing for the month of June 2017. Hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing. If you did, be sure to slap that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't yet, be sure to like and follow my pages on social media. Very, very active on there. Twitter, DanQ8000, Instagram, DanQ8K, Facebook, DanQ8000, and Snapchat, DanQ8000. Great way to interact with me. A lot of people don't believe it. It's so funny because I say this in almost every video like this. I say, go follow me there. People add me. They send me a message or a tweet or a Snapchat or something. And then I reply to them, and they're always just like, oh my God, I didn't think you'd actually reply. I tell you, I reply, man. It's the best way. It's way better than actually going to YouTube, because the YouTube comments is just a kerfuffle. It's just a mess. So I recommend checking out my social media for that particular reason. Obviously, I got some behind the scenes looks and stuff, advanced things, sneak peeks, you know, all that kind of cool stuff is on my social media before it goes to YouTube anyway. So I recommend you go check those out. So anyway, other than that, if you want to get yourself a shirt or hoodie of mine as well, there's a link to my Spreadshirt shop in the description as well. And finally, if you want to check out IndieBox for yourself and maybe get a subscription, whatever it is, go look into it some more. Link in the description, go check it out. Obviously, it's pretty cool. If you're into this kind of stuff like me, you're a collector, and you know, you like having a physical copy of a game, and like the little indie games that are actually quite good, really good, whatever the case is, they become fan favorites. The fact that they get made into collector's editions is just so cool, and I think that's really, really awesome that these guys are doing. It's such a cool idea and movement. So anyway, thank you guys so much again for watching. Take it easy. Have a fantastic day. I'll be seeing you soon for more content. But till then, let's hand things over to Knox Hill. Have a good one, guys.
Who's the man with the plan? If if you feel trouble, wild and wild on these violent ends. Hit DanQ8000. Wait a minute, hold that style is dialed in. Goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding, tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving, fire back if they ain't vibing. Lie with that, got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players, grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters, move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is knock? Still you damn fools. Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that DanQ. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.